to the Soul Closet. It is time for your Sunday. What does my week look like? A little heads up Sunday is what we are doing today for all signs. Last week I did start with my Aries, so I will be starting with my Pisces today. And it's really just going to be how the cards fall. I'm not going to be like focusing on love. I'm just going to be reading the cards, you know, from all different angles. So let's dive in and find out what do you guys all need to hear. What is your heads up message this week for each sign? We're going to start out with Pisces. All right, Pisces, what do we have this week? What is your heads up? We have the Temperance card. We have the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Cups. Okay. All right. You may find yourself giving a lot this week coming up. You may even feel like you're giving so much to something. I sense that towards the end of the week, you may feel a little emotional around something. But at the beginning of the week, it does feel like it's kind of a softer approach into the week. Feels like you've had a chance to kind of maybe slow some things down, kind of chill out a little bit, take a little bit of a breather. But then I feel like you are really putting your efforts towards giving a lot of your energy to someone, which potentially can make you feel a little emotional, high and low, high and low. I also feel like around your career this week, this could be around your career, maybe not necessarily a person, but you're just giving so much maybe to your work, and it's almost kind of saying to me like you need a little bit of downtime here because it's really starting to maybe make you emotional, high and low. So let's see, what else can I tell you about this? Other than you may need to take a little bit of a gentle pause this week. Because there is a lot that you are doing around work. So listen to your body, listen to your energy. You're going to feel maybe pulled in a lot of different directions this week. Okay, that was for Pisces. Okay, let's focus now on my Aquarians. What does Aquarius need to hear right now for the upcoming week? What does Aquarius need to hear for the upcoming week? Okay, Aquarius. Let's take a peek for you. Ooh, we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Knight of Pentacles. All right. Aquarius, you guys are going to be experiencing some kind of new commitment to your career. Potentially a new offer, a new job offer, or if you already have a pretty solid job, this feels to me like there's a small little seed that's being planted for opportunity for growth. I feel like maybe for some of you, you've been waiting for the early part of 2021. Maybe your work has kind of put some things on hold, and now it feels like things are starting to blossom. This new role does, you have a lot of responsibility in this new role. And you've been working really, really, really hard for this potential promotion. So I feel like in the early part of the week, you could be getting some kind of news around opportunity to level up. Some kind of new stability shows up for you. And I feel like it may carry some, heavy responsibilities. But I also feel like you are in your wheelhouse, okay? You're in your wheelhouse. You feel solid. You've planted the seeds. You've been super patient. There is something blossoming for you here next week, Aquarius, around money, okay? And around stability. So what a beautiful energy coming in for you this week. That was my Aquarius. Okay, now we want to focus on my Capricorns. All right, we'll do a quick little shuffle for my Capricorns. What does my Capricorns need to hear this week? What is their heads up message? All right, Capricorn, here we go. Three of Pentacles, High Priestess, and the Eight of Wands. Okay. All right, I feel like for some of you, you've maybe dove into some type of project with someone, and it almost kind of feels like to me that you're really pulling back and observing this person. I'm not sure if you have like this gut feeling around, I feel like you want to communicate around something with this person that you've been maybe working on, some kind of work energy for sure that you've been very dedicated to. But I also feel like you feel pulled back. Maybe this person at work isn't, giving their portion of the energy to this project. because it does feel to me like there is some kind of communication coming in around this project. And you may just find yourself really, really pulled back and really trusting your intuition around something. Maybe you're not quite sure that this person is the right person for you to do some kind of, work with. Or maybe you're doing it all and this person is just kind of pulled back and just kind of, watching you do everything. But it does feel to me like there is some kind of communication that's going to be discussed towards the end of the week in regards to some kind of financial project that you are working on. For some of you, you are developing some kind of a business, some kind of project that has something to do around spirituality. Maybe you're putting together some kind of a workshop. Maybe you are teaching some kind of Reiki class, and it feels good, it feels right. It feels like there's some really beautiful communication coming through around this maybe workshop that you're doing. That High Priestess is super intuitive, super spiritual. So I feel like you guys are diving into something. Maybe you're working on your own spirituality. Maybe you are actually putting together, like I said, a workshop or a class in order to teach and communicate. So this week looks pretty decent for you guys, Capricorn. It's beautiful. All right, next up we have Sagittarius. What does my Sagittarius need to hear? Heads up this week. What is the message for my Sagittarians? All right. Okay, Sag, here we go. We've got the Page of Swords. Okay, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. And we also have the Six of Cups. Okay. All right, so we've got that little Page of Swords, which is, my little fact checker, okay? You guys are really looking into someone around your past. You are really like seeking more information, more knowledge around maybe a deeper soul connection. Feels like there's something shifting and there is some kind of turning point with this person. But I feel like you're real curious about them. And you are looking into something that is potentially changing, it's taking a different course. That Wheel of Fortune is all about life cycles, destiny, really a turning point. So I feel like through your knowledge and through learning something, there is a beautiful turning point that kind of reconnects you to the common denominator of the two of you, okay? It feels like your person could potentially be making some kind of a turn for the better, but you are really looking into something, trying to uncover something, fact-checking, this person. And it just feels like there's this beautiful nostalgia that maybe potentially takes place, or you're really looking into the person that maybe is in your world right now. And it feels like there's some kind of energy here that feels warm to me, okay? It feels warm, it feels cozy, it feels like chicken noodle soup to me with that Six of Cups. So whatever you are investigating and looking into right now and fact-checking, the universe actually has your back here, because that Wheel of Fortune is a destiny card, okay? And it's really about, good luck, karma, and destiny at a turning point. So I feel like there's something new shifting for you and your person. Maybe this is someone in your family, or maybe this is truly a love connection. But that Six of Cups is really a beautiful soulmate connection for me. So I feel like for some of you, this happens to be a love and relationship reading. There is some kind of change taking place around your current situation. So that is for my Sagittarians. All right, what about Scorpio? What does Scorpio need to hear? Gosh, excuse me. That just came out of nowhere. Okay, so Scorpio, what do you need to hear? What is your heads up message this week? Justice. Libra energy. Seven of Wands. And the Ace of Wands. All right. Okay, so for some of you, you could be dealing with some legal stuff right now. I also feel like you're really trying to balance some things out. You're wanting to take some action around something, but I also feel like you feel that if you take some action, around maybe a decision that you're making or the direction that you want something to go, I feel like there's this kind of standoffish energy. Maybe you're concerned that by balancing things out, some people are going to pull back or push. I do feel like that justice is it's about fairness, it's about truth, okay? So I feel like for some of you, you are taking action to speak your truth, and it may cause somebody to feel a little bit defensive or a little bit guarded. But I feel like it's super important because you're trying to balance something out. And I feel like you've really had the opportunity to think about things and how you want to handle it. And you kind of have calmed some things down. But in the end, it does feel like there's some kind of new beginning, some kind of new passion for you towards the end of the week. But it's almost like until you kind of speak maybe or take action, it feels like you are, you're just kind of in that hold zone, if you will, trying to let the dust settle, but taking action around speaking your truth. But like I said, it could cause somebody to feel a little bit pulled back. For those of you that are dealing with maybe some kind of legal issues, you absolutely could find yourself feeling very guarded around it. But in the end, it feels like there's some kind of new blossom, if you will. So I don't necessarily feel like it's got you all up in your emotions and in your head, if this is legal for some of you. But in the end, it does feel like there's some new action moving forward. So I don't know that there's going to be any disappointments around it other than just feeling guarded, okay? And a little bit standoffish. But it does feel to me with that Justice card, things do start to kind of balance out. So almost kind of like a rebirth, if you will. All right, so that is for my Scorpios. All right, let's focus on my Libras now. Libra, what do you guys need to hear this week for your Heads Up Sunday? What is your message? All right, Libra, what do we have coming in? 8 of Swords, 4 of Swords, King of Swords. Okay, Libra, this is all of your energy. We have lots of swords this week for you guys. And I feel like you guys are really beating yourself up over something. You're feeling trapped, you're feeling bound, you're feeling tied up, you're feeling like you're not really quite sure how to maybe move forward, you're really trapped in that mind space. But I also feel like towards the midweek, you are going to just kind of slow some of that chatter down and just come to a place of R&R. And that 4 of Swords is saying rest and recover from whatever. I feel like you have some kind of guilt on your mind, or you could really just be so confused with some kind of communication, and you are really just, you know, by midweek, you're going to slow things down and just really try to get out of your head. Because then I see you going in, you know, into that King of Swords energy, which is taking charge, making things happen, getting things done from a logical standpoint. You could be really trapped up in your mind over some kind of business or some kind of business affair this week, okay? But that King of Swords is very intelligent. And so right now you may be all caught up in your mind space, but you do by the end of the week step into a place of logic, intelligence, and take charge of what you need to in your life so that you can kind of remove yourself from this mind prison a bit. So it may feel a little bit heavy this week for you, Libra. You know, the first part of the week, just not quite sure how to move forward. Maybe your energy is just super low this week and you just need some rest. You're definitely stepping into that King of Swords, and sometimes that King of Swords can move super, super fast. So, you know, maybe what they're saying, you know, maybe what the cards are saying right now here is, you know, allow yourself some time to think, but man, you're thinking so much about it. Let it go. Give it to the universe. Trust the universe. Trust the universe has your back. And once you get some rest around this whole thing, you will at that point step back in and be ready to move forward. You'll jump back on that horse and really look at things very logically and take care of business. Okay, so that is for my Libras. All right, let's focus on my Virgos now. Virgo, what is your heads up message this week? What to expect kind of the week potentially might look like. We will take a peek here. Okay, Virgo, what do you need to hear this week? Ace of Cups, Virgo. Some kind of new love offer or some kind of new beautiful beginning around your heart space. Gorgeous. 8 of Wands. Beautiful. And then the Hermit. Okay. All right, guys, the early part of the week, I do sense that your heart is very open. It's very full. There's been some, there's something that's tickling the heart space for you, and it feels good. It feels warm. do feel that you're going to be inundated with some type of communication. Maybe your heart is super full because you're actually going to be traveling here soon, or that you are, you might have maybe even recently met someone online. But for a lot of you, I sense that this Ace of Cups is, your heart is in a happy place because I feel like you could be traveling to go see potentially a Virgo. I also feel like for some of you, you are in a place of really listening to your wisdom within, that introspection. Give me just 1 second here. It's like you're doing the inner work for yourself, and you are loving yourself, and you are communicating it. For some of you, there is some type of a love offer coming in from someone that you've met online, and this person could kind of shut down towards the end of the week a little bit. You could find the weekend a little bit frustrating because maybe you're not hearing from this person. But like I said, for some of you, you could be traveling to go see a Virgo, and your heart is full around it, okay? So Virgo, that is what your week looks like. That is your heads up. All right, now we're going to focus on my Leos. Leo. Okay. What do my Leos need to hear for their heads up week? Do Leos need to hear, please? What's going on with my Leos? Okay. With the King of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Nine of Cups. All right. Okay, Leo, so for this week coming in, you're coming in with a very business mind, very savvy, a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts. Feels like you maybe even speak some of those ideas and thoughts, and I feel like there's a lot of resistance. I sense that you could be battling a little bit around some business or some type of, maybe you're feeling like, there's some type of competition. I feel there's a lot of beautiful like communication taking place, but everybody's kind of all up in your energy. You're up in your business or battling. Maybe you are this business person and you go in and you make some changes. There's definitely some resistance, but towards the end of the week, it does feel to me like there is a lot to be thankful for. Some people just don't like change, and I feel like you are making some changes in your life, and some of the people around your life or in your life may not be super happy with some of the changes that you're doing, but I feel like you're making these changes for a better version of you. So whether you need to speak your truth, whether you need to go into that logical place, remove the emotions for a little bit, focus on business, you could get some resistance, but by the end of the week, it feels like you're comfortable. I feel like this is a resistance to some type of change that you're making. But in the end, it's better for you guys, right? So, do you. It's important. It's important for you to, regardless of if people are frustrated or they kind of get up all in your energy, or are resisting these changes, in the end, it feels like it does kind of chill out. And this Nine of Cups is definitely a wish fulfillment. But in the beginning, when you speak it, you may get some, standoffish energy, or, kind of a little bit of battling around these changes. So this King of Swords is definitely an intellect, okay? So it feels like it has something to do with potentially around your career, but maybe this is you speaking your truth to someone, even though you feel like this could potentially upset them. In the end, it's that 800-pound gorilla that just got off your chest here, okay? So could be a little intense midweek, but it's definitely not heavy energy. It's almost like I feel like you feel so liberated after you speak your truth. All right, so that is what I have for my Leos. Okay, and then next up is going to be my Cancers. What does my Cancers need to hear, or what do my Cancers need to hear for our Heads Up Sunday? What does their week look like, please? All right, Cancer, what do we got here coming in? We've got the Seven of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Okay, a couple different versions of this storyline. I sense that for some of you, you are really strategizing around your career, okay? I feel like you are really, it's kind of like, to me right now, this Seven of Swords and this Six of Pentacles really reminds me of that chessboard where you are moving those particular pieces and eventually getting to the point where you get to say checkmate. Because I do feel like you are here celebrating something. Now remember, sometimes that Seven of Swords is like being sneaky, right? But it's also about strategizing and really, you know, grabbing back those swords and moving forward so that you can start strategizing. And this is the energy I'm really getting with this Seven of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. So it does feel to me like whatever you are strategizing over and you are working, there's a lot of generous energy you're giving to this. There is a lot of beautiful stability around this with this strategy. And in the end, it does feel like you're celebrating some kind of success. Okay. And you get to say checkmate. So good for you, Cancer. Good for you. All right, let's focus on my Geminis. The twins. What does my Geminis need to hear for their Heads Up Sunday? What does their week potentially look like? And what do they need to hear? Okay, Gemini. Three of Cups. Got something to celebrate. The Six of Pentacles. And the King of Cups. All right. Okay, guys. So for this one, I feel the next week, I feel like you're celebrating something. I feel like there's something beautifully generous coming from your career. I feel like you could even be receiving some money. Wouldn't that be cool if you won the lottery? But I feel like you've put a lot of effort into something, and I sense you've been very generous around something, and I sense that you are seeing your successes. It's kind of like, for me, it's like that cheers, like we did it. It does feel to me that this is a week of being very emotionally thankful, emotionally abundant, feeling a sense of security, feeling a sense of accomplishment, and really just riding these beautiful emotions of success. It's beautiful. For some of you, this really is focused around your career, something that you've been patiently waiting for, giving a lot of time and attention to. And in the end, it feels beautiful for you guys, Gemini. It really does. So you're celebrating some of your successes with a very open and warm heart. Absolutely gorgeous, Gemini. All right, let's see my Taurus. All right, Taurus, what is your heads up message this week? What does Taurus need to know, or what is potentially to be not expected, but what potentially could be coming in? What to expect potentially this week for you, Taurus? What do we got here? We've got the Page of Wands, the Emperor, and the Queen of Swords. All right. All right, you guys, you are all up in your business mind. You are all up in taking charge. You are all about an authoritative kind of energy. You've been wanting to take some action around, we've got this Emperor here, okay? So that Emperor is Major Arcana for Aries, and that Emperor is about creating some kind of new structure for yourself. It could also be, establishing something, or really just focusing on, it's also a father figure. So I feel like for some of you, you could be taking action around your father figure, a father figure in your life, and maybe you're speaking some of your truth to this person, or you are really like in business mode. For some of you, you could even be in partnership with a family member around your business. It does feel to me like you are really passionate about something moving forward, and I feel like you're going to be very grounded, very rooted this week. You're just not going to let the little things in our world or in our day-to-day, kind of life take you down. You are in business mode. You are sharp. You are ready to take some action around something that you're super passionate about. And I do feel like there's some new business potentially brewing. Maybe you are, consulting with someone that's wiser, or just really stepping into that place of, okay, it's time for me to be in charge and take charge of my situation. Because in the end, I feel that Queen of Swords energy is just you being very logical, very based in the intellect, okay? You're taking action around your intellect and around your business. And like I said, potentially could be with a father figure. For some of you, you're taking action around your ex and being very, very authoritative, feeling like you're in control again. Fortunately, when we have exes, ex-husband, ex-wife, ex-partner, whatever, you know, they're, for some of us, when that ex leaves, they're still in our life because of children, right? So it feels to me like you could be taking, you know, taking charge and really taking some action around your ex. Maybe the ex is trying to be a little bit more controlling. You step into a place of authority, you take your power back, and you really just create some kind of beautiful new structure here. So it absolutely looks good. It seems very grounded and it seems very solid. Not only do we have an emperor here, we have a wand and we have a sword, which means not only your actions, but your thoughts and your ideas are spoken, and they are spoken with authority, and they are spoken with like feeling good about what you've spoke. So absolutely beautiful energy there for you guys. Okay. And then our last but definitely not least is our Aries this week. And we will take a peek. What does Aries need to hear this week for the Heads Up Sunday? What potentially could be coming in for you guys? What to potentially expect? All right, Aries, what do we got here? Well, we've got the Fool. There you are. We got the Seven of Cups. And we got the Nine of Wands. All right. Okay, Aries, thanks for showing up and hanging out with me during your reading. I appreciate it. For some of you, you are embarking on some kind of new path, new beginning, feeling very spontaneous, feeling free, and I feel like you have a lot of options. I feel like you know, are a little dreamy about this new kind of path that you're on. You know, now that I've, you know, this is a fresh new beginning for me. I can't wait to see all my options. I also feel like you are you're a bit tired. Like this fresh new beginning is almost, for me, is feeling like kind of releasing some of those burdens. I don't know, I just get the sense that you have a lot on your mind and they're carrying a lot of heavy burdens on your mind. But I also see you like dropping it like it's a hot potato and just kind of letting it go and embarking on this new kind of lighter path, okay? Feeling much more free, taking a risk, you know, not necessarily holding back and saying you've made a choice. You've got some choices you need to think about. They carry some burdens, but you're lighter this week. It feels like you're lighter this week on this new path. Very spontaneous energy, so you could find yourself midweek really enjoying a lot of different things. By the end of the week, you may feel yourself a little bit tired, a little bit exhausted, you know, feeling like you still have responsibilities, even though you're trying to kind of keep things light in your life. So the early part of this week will be a lighter feel. Midweek, you'll have a lot of things that you are kind of daydreaming about, focusing on, and by the end of the week, you may feel a little tired, a little drained, just because you have still a lot on your plate. But overall, I feel like you're recognizing, letting go some of these heavy burdens that you could potentially be carrying. So definitely feels like it's a lighter energy for you this week. Just be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up around something. You know, take some time to bask in, you know, the energy of this new beginning and this sense of innocence. Okay? Okay, guys, well, that is what I have for you this week. I hope that you enjoyed your readings, and thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you guys, and I look forward to chatting with you guys next week. Take care.